Hello, this is Joe recording for WP Mayor, and today we're looking at the Dokan theme by WeDevs. This is a WordPress theme that allows you to build a multi-vendor e-commerce store using WordPress. The theme integrates with the WooCommerce e-commerce toolkit, but it also brings a lot more features to the table, so it's fair to consider it an app theme rather than just a standard WordPress theme. In this review, we're going to take a look at some of the features of this theme and see how easy it is to use and whether it's a good solution for your project. Once this theme has been installed at your site, visitors to the store can then create accounts and then begin listing products on your store. Each user gets their own storefront and they can customize that in a few ways, and then they can start creating products to be sold at the store. As a site owner, you get final say in who gets to create an account and what products they can sell. So there's quite a good moderation process in place to stop just anyone listing any products on your store. The theme also includes lots of other features which make it ideal for creating a marketplace that supports multiple vendors. Each vendor gets their own dashboard where they can see reports and they can check out the orders that they've received. The theme also handles payments and commission payments to you as the site owner. As it runs on the WooCommerce plugin, you get access to all the great features that make WooCommerce so popular, and you also get access to all the extensions that are available for this toolkit, so you can really build a feature-rich and very functional online store. So the main purpose of this theme is to build an e-commerce store that supports multi-vendors, but it can also be used to just create a regular e-commerce store where there's just one person listing products and selling the items. But to get the most out of this theme, it's probably best to use it to create a marketplace that supports multiple vendors. So if we take a look at the front end of the theme, you can get a better idea of how it works. So this is a site that's got Dokan installed and also the WooCommerce plugin. So this is the front end. When the visitors come to the store, they can see the product categories, which they can use to browse the products. They can see some featured products on the home page, latest products, and the best-selling products. Now, all these widget areas are optional and they can be configured through the back end. And if you click on a product page, you can see here the details of the product. You've got your product description, recommended products, and the option for adding it to the cart. So that's what the front end looks like. You've got all your standard menus which can be configured using WordPress, sidebar menus, widgets, and things like that. So you do get a good amount of customization for the home page, but it's quite a clean looking theme, so it's good for selling all kinds of products rather than just focusing on one type of product, which is ideal for a marketplace. So as the main unique selling point of this theme is the ability to handle multiple vendors who can each create their own stores and add their own products, it's important to see how this theme handles that functionality. So if we click on the dashboard, we can visit our own store. So this is the store that a user would create. So they can have their banner image here, they can enter their contact details, and these are the products that they've added to the store. Now if we go to the dashboard, this is the back end that the vendors see on the site. So they don't actually get access to the WordPress admin pages, which is good because it keeps them separate from the admin settings. They just get their own dashboard which they can log into and get some data about their store. So this is the main overview. They can see how many page views their store has received, how many orders they've received, and what amount of income they've generated through sales. And they've got some nice analytics graphs here showing the number of orders and then the number of items that are sold in dollars or whichever currency you want to use. They can get a quick overview of how many products they've got listed on the site. They've got the live products, offline, pending review. So when a vendor creates a new product to be listed on the store, the site admin owner gets to approve those products, although they can be set to auto approve for trusted vendors. And if they go into the products item, they can see all the products they've created that are listed at the store. So when it comes to adding a new product, It's pretty simple. Again, it's done through this custom interface, but it does use the WooCommerce fields, so it's pretty easy to use. If you've used WooCommerce, then you'll know that it is easy to create products with. So any vendors that register at your store should find it pretty easy to create products. So it's just a case of adding some images, creating the product name, setting a price, and writing a short description about the product. If you look at the orders dashboard, the vendors can check in and see the status of any orders that have been placed for their products. So each of the vendors are responsible for fulfilling their own orders, and while the store will collect the payments and then take a commission amount to the store owner, the individual vendors are responsible for distributing their products. So as WooCommerce supports digital products, the vendors can upload files which are automatically distributed to the customers, but WooCommerce also supports physical products, so if the vendor is selling physical products, it's their responsibility to ship those products to the customers. And with WooCommerce you also get access to coupons, so the vendors can create their own coupons which are applied to their products only. So it could be a discount which is a value like $10 off, or it could be a percentage. They can also set the usage limit, how many times it can be used, the expiry date, any particular product it's applied to, and things like this. So once they've created a coupon, they can send that to their potential customers. And as well as the coupons, from the dashboard, the vendors can see some more detailed reports about their store and how their products are doing. So they get the overview. Here they've got the sales in the period and items purchased, worth of coupons used, and they can see these charts again showing how many sales they've received on a particular day. And they can also see sales by day by clicking on this tab. So they can enter a date in the date fields here and then filter their sales to see sales by day. And they can also see the top selling products, so they can see which of their products are most popular, which can help them create more of the similar kind of products that will appeal to the customers. And they can also see the top earning products, so these are the ones that have generated the most income in sales. And again, these results can all be filtered by date, so you can enter your date range and see how things are going. And another feature of this theme is that each store can have its own individual reviews. Customers can leave reviews. This is handled in a similar way to comments in WordPress, so they're posted under the end of the store and the vendor gets a chance to approve, edit, trash them or mark them as spam. And customers can also leave a star rating. So on the individual vendor dashboards, there's another section here which is for withdrawals. The way this theme works is that the vendors list their products, the customer makes a purchase, the site owner collects the payment, and then once the vendor has reached a certain amount in their balance, they can make a withdrawal request, and then the store owner will be notified of this, and then they can make a payment through PayPal. The vendors can see their current balance, and for this user it hasn't reached the sufficient balance to make a withdrawal request, so until that amount is reached they can't make a request for a withdrawal. That amount can be set in the admin settings, and also the commission rate can be set as well. So as the store owner you can take a percentage of every sale that's made through the store, which is automatically deducted. From the theme dashboard settings, the vendors can create their own store. They can upload their banner image, give their store a name, add links to their social profiles, select their payment method of choice, so they can enter their PayPal, email, they can set up a bank transfer, and they can also accept the Skrill Moneybookers payment gateway. But the options can be defined by the store owner in the admin settings, and then the vendor can just choose from the available options. They can enter their store address, put their address on the map so that customers can see where they're based and things like that. The dashboard's pretty good. The vendors don't have to log into the WordPress admin area, they just log into the store dashboard, and they get this custom interface provided by the theme. So the design is good, looks nice and clean, easy to navigate. It's all responsive, so it should work on a range of screen sizes. So that is the vendor experience of the store, how they create products, view the stats, manage their orders, and withdraw their payments. Okay, so we've taken a look at the vendor settings and the dashboard that the individual sellers get access to in your store. So now it's time to take a look at the admin panel and dashboard for the site owner. So if we click on dashboard, we can load up the back end of WordPress. So once the theme has been installed, it creates a new top level menu item on the admin dashboard sidebar. So if you click on that, it will take you through to the dashboard for the theme, and you get a nice overview of what's happening on your store. See the number of sellers, cancelled withdrawals, pending withdrawals, any tasks you need to take care of as the site manager. And you can also see there's this graph over here on the right hand side where you can see what's kind of activities been going on in terms of sales and purchases being made. So as well as being an app theme that allows you to build a multi-vendor e-commerce store, Dokan still has a lot of features that you'd find in a regular theme. These include things like sliders for featuring different products on your homepage, lots of widgets for listing products, and it comes with a responsive design and a few different color schemes. So these can all be accessed from the settings for the theme. So as you can see, the settings for the theme have all been designed using the native WordPress user interface. So it's a clean and easy to use design, and it blends in seamlessly with the rest of the site. So there's no big jump between the regular WordPress settings and the dashboard to the theme. So as you can see, you can lock off admin area access, so all your vendors and your customers can't log into the back end, which you probably don't really want, so it's a good idea to check that. There's also 7 color schemes to choose from, so you've got a few different here, and then you just click one, save changes, and then it'll update on the front end, and you can edit the site footer text here. So also, as I just mentioned, there's a number of regular theme features that come with this. So you've got the homepage slider, which is optional, so you can choose to enable it or disable it here, and you can choose from which sliders you've created to display on the homepage. And it comes with a number of widgets, so you've got your featured products, your latest products, things like that, and enabling or disabling is just a case of checking these boxes. And if we go to the selling options, we can see new product status. So when a vendor creates a product, you can set it to be manually approved or auto approved. So if it's a new seller, perhaps you can wait to see what kind of products they're listing before you set them to auto approve. And this is the percentage that the seller gets from each order, and this can also be set at a per user level, so you could do different deals with different vendors. So some vendors might get to keep 90% of their orders, some might only get 50, it's up to you. And these are some other things. Withdrawal methods, you can choose PayPal, bank transfer, and minimum withdrawal limit. This is how much income a seller needs to accumulate before they can request a withdrawal. And we've got a few other settings down here, order status and things like that. As the theme creates a number of pages that allow the users to do certain things, such as view the dashboard, create products, from here you can choose which pages are displayed for each part of the site. So this isn't something you really have to worry about unless you want to start editing the templates that come with the theme, but it's an option that's available should you decide to use it. And as the admin user and site manager, you get access to a few other pages on the dashboard. You can have a look at all the sellers that are registered at your site, and you can just see some information about them. You can make them inactive if you want to disable their access to the store, and you can check out what products they've got listed at the site. So as this theme relies on WooCommerce, the free e-commerce plugin to handle all the e-commerce capabilities, when you click on the products, it just jumps you down to the WooCommerce dashboard for your site, and all the products and orders are managed there. So that integration is pretty seamless. Both plugin and theme use a similar user interface, so it's not too confusing jumping between the two sections. So that covers the 3 different user perspectives for this theme. We've got the vendor, who's listing their products on your store. You've got the front end user, who's the customer and looking at the different products that are listed, and you've got the admin user, who manages the whole store and manages the vendors and the products. So now that we've looked at the appearance of the theme, the settings and the functionality, it's time to take a look at the pricing. So if we go back to the Dokan homepage and click on pricing, we can get the latest pricing information. And here you can see there's 3 pricing options for this theme, with the single site being $199. For use on 5 sites it's $299, and for use on unlimited sites it's $499. So while this is a lot more expensive than some other themes you might have seen on the marketplace, it does have a lot of features that separate it from a regular theme. So with this theme you can set up a multi-vendor e-commerce store, which allows you to list products from other vendors and take a percentage of the commissions. So this theme could earn you money in the long run on quite a passive source if you're just managing the site and letting other people sell their products on your store, and then you collect a small payment from each product that's sold. So it is more expensive than a regular theme, but it does have a lot more features than a regular theme. So if you are looking to build a multi-vendor e-commerce store, then it's definitely worth checking out. And because it integrates with the free WooCommerce plugin, you can take advantage of all the add-ons and extensions available for that plugin, allowing you to enhance the features of your store and build something really powerful and impressive. And if we just take a look at these pricing options, we can see that the main difference is that apart from the number of sites you can use it on, the unlimited sites package includes 1 year of free priority email support, whereas the other 2 options you just get access to the support forum and the documentation. And that access lasts for 1 year, which includes updates to the theme, and then after that you need to re-sign up again. And if you don't, you can continue using the theme unsupported. But if you do want access to those updates and support, then you will need to resubscribe to the theme. So that about covers our review of Dokan. As you can see, it's a feature-rich app theme that allows you to build an e-commerce store that supports multiple vendors who can all create their own accounts at your store, access their own store and list products that they can sell direct to the customers. When it comes to the appearance of the theme, it's got quite a neutral style and design, which will make it suitable for selling a wide range of products. So it's not just focused on one type of product such as technology or fashion. It's quite neutral and it will lend itself to any type of product, which is good when you're creating a marketplace, because you will have vendors that are selling all different types of products. The setup process was pretty straightforward. The theme creates all the required page templates for you, so you don't have to go in and create any of those pages. And the most impressive feature for me, I think, was the admin dashboards that the individual vendors get access to. It's all handled through the front end, so it saves them logging into the WordPress backend, and they get access to some nice reports telling them how many sales they've made, what their most popular products are, and things like that. So I think you add a lot of value to your vendors, so it should be easy to encourage them to come on board and start listing their products at your marketplace. While the price might be higher than some other themes that allow you to build a marketplace, I think this one is a good choice, and it's definitely worth investigating further, especially if you're happy using WooCommerce and you'd like to bring that functionality to a multi-vendor marketplace. Then I think Dokan is definitely worth checking out. And if you'd like to find out more about this theme, then head over to WP Mayor, where you can read the full user review of Dokan. Thank you.